Peace, peace, peace. So everybody want to be mad at me because I made a video talking about how the leading cause of death amongst black men is homicide. So you got a bunch of black folks who get on there in the comment section. Look, you can see it yourself. I ain't make it up. It says for black males, homicide or gun violence, the leading cause of death. Right? Especially for young black men, followed by heart disease. Then people want to say it's a crime of proximity. BS. That is what a lot of you tell yourselves so you can avoid getting involved and step into these dudes or doing something to change what is going on in our communities. Because a lot of you people have become cowards, right? If you go look up the leading cause of death amongst Asian men, and this is in America, it's not gonna say gun violence, right? If you go look up the leading cause of death amongst white men, it's not gonna say homicide or gun violence. If you go look up the leading cause of death amongst Hispanic men or Spanish men, Latino, whatever, it's not going to say gun violence or homicide. It's not. So when people try to say it's a crime of proximity, that is BS. Because it's not being highlighted, right? Or it's not the results that is showing when we are looking it up. So what is it gonna take for people to first acknowledge it, right? Because if you can't change nothing unless you acknowledge it first. That is a problem. And a lot of people are in denial. So one, what is it gonna take for people to acknowledge that this is a real serious thing, right? And then two, if you're afraid to step to dudes, if you're afraid to get involved, then just say that. You're already doing that. When things arise in our communities, you know how many people say I'm gonna mind my business? You know how many times I stepped into situations because I knew how worse they can get. And you know how many times I try to step into situations to try to diffuse them or try to calm the situation down. You know how many times people tell me, oh, mind your business, bro. Just mind your business, or don't get involved, or don't do X, Y, Z. And this is why things don't change in our community. One, we're in denial, and two, we're afraid of these dudes. How you afraid of these dudes? Y'all afraid to get involved. And I'm not telling you, sometimes it's not dangerous. You gotta have reasoning and know when to get involved and when not to get involved. But what I'm saying is, we should have groups in our community. We should have people in our community ready to step to dudes, ready to be men. Like, where are the men? Yo, there used to be a point in time where there was groups of men in the community that'd be like, yo, homie, you can't sell your shit in here. Excuse my language. You can't sell your drugs here, homie. Or you can't do that here. You can't pimp on this corner. You can't do X, Y, Z. There used to be a time where men will stand up to the bad actors in our community. Now we ignore them, but then you want to cry, you want to whine, you want to come out here and talk about the violence and all these things when it happens to your relatives. When a stray bullet hits somebody that you care about, somebody that you love, that's when you want to be coming out here rallying up the troops and saying we should do something, we need justice, we need X, Y, Z. But any other time you turn the cheek, any other time you turn the blind eye. Like, come on. We can't be serious, man. Stop being cowards and let's do something.